It offends all of the groups, John, that he has been consistently offending over the past 4 years. For the life of me, right, I will never understand, like his staff, why the guy couldn't make a turn and stop making light of an assassination attempt or at least a kidnapping attempt against a Michigan governor, and to stop mocking a virus that's killed 220,000 Americans. He just can't do it. And doesn't that just boil down his support all the more?
Yes, yeah, Joe. I mean, look, there are a number of things to say there. I mean, look, his behavior around Governor Whitmer is classic Trump, and I want to kind of segregate that out just for a second because it's so repulsive and disgusting and appalling that the guy who incited those militia members, the man who stood up and said, "Liberate Michigan," who sent the signal to the militias in Michigan when Governor Whitmer was trying to keep her state safe, and then indirectly, but clearly lit the match in that state that led to a kidnapping plot that was not just a kidnapping plot, but was going to be taking her off into the woods in Wisconsin and having an al-Qaeda-style show trial, which was going to end in her death. So it was a kidnap and eventually a murder plot. The fact the president stands up and makes light of that now, given his role in it, is a particularly disgusting form of Trumpian narcissism. But let's put that aside. There's the other thing, right? This larger question you're pointing to. We know that this race, I've said it 100 times, I'll say it again. If this race is a referendum on Donald Trump, if we look at 4 years in office, we have seen time and time again the Republican Party with Donald Trump at its head has been beaten senseless in midterm elections, off-year elections, special elections, every election. The country has been trying by proxy to vote Donald Trump out of office for 4 years. If this race was going to be about Donald Trump, he was going to lose. Then you layer on the pandemic, which Trump's approval ratings have been stuck in the mid-30s for the last 7 months, 8 months. That only exacerbates the problem. And as you said, Joe, he goes around to these states holding these rallies that make vivid his disregard for human life, his disregard for the virus. All of Bob Costa talked about the seniors element, but it is the whole of that coalition. Seniors, college-educated voters, and women all collapsing around Donald Trump and making it very difficult for him to win. And I'll say the last thing here, right? There is incredible, we're going to read for the next year and probably for the next 10 years about the sabermetric, econometric analysis that's going on out there right now that shows this incredible correlation state by state and in some cases county by county and congressional district by congressional district that when coronavirus cases go up, the president's poll numbers go down. And it's an emerging field of research that I keep hearing about in my reporting. And I think, right now, as this pandemic surges in Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, all the big battleground states across the Midwest, it is a devastating political reality for Donald Trump to be heading into these last 2 weeks with the thing that is the worst thing that could happen for him politically on fire in these states, and then you add in his behavior, it is a crippling dynamic that is why I think in the end he may be facing not just a defeat in this election, but a pretty devastating one.